Basically, because there is an open case, an open investigation, the kids are still kind of under their...
That has nothing to do with me.
Sir?
It doesn't have anything to do with us if it does show paper.
Sir?
She could go across the street.
She just needs to check the kids, where the kids are living.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. That's what she does.
Does she have a court order?
She doesn't have to have a court order.
Yes, she does.
It's an open investigation. For
come into my house. She's an employee of the state. She's a government representative.
It doesn't work like the police. They have a lot more rights than what we do.
Well, they don't have more rights than the Constitution gives me. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me.
They're going to end up taking the kids. You don't want that.
It has nothing to do with
All you
me.
got to do is cooperate with them. That's all.
I'm not going to.
Go ask Gato what's going on.
I'm not going to because it has nothing to do with me.
But it does the kids.
It has nothing to do with me and the kids. It has to do with her and the kids and her being neglectful. I don't care. Have her get a court order and then she can come in. Okay? Have her get it signed by the judge and she can come in. All right?
They're going to end up taking the kids.
Well, I know you think that, but you know what? You don't know the law.
I do know the law.
As much as you think you know the law, they can't take my kids.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't. I'm not under investigation.
It has nothing to do with you being under investigation.
Oh yeah, just because my ex-wife is under investigation, they cannot take my kids.
It's the welfare of the kids, period. It has nothing to do with the parents.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. That's a lie.
A piece of paper.
If she really wanted to come in here, she would get a order signed by the judge. Now, right now, I'm being harassed.
You're
I feel
being harassed.
Yes, because every day I have to deal with Elkins PD because of her, because my ex-wife.
Maybe you should remove yourself from the situation and make it better.
I did.
Alright, so today's video is one of those situations where you can literally feel the tension through the screen. Because what you're about to watch is not just cops doing their job. This is the perfect example of what happens when law enforcement and government workers assume the public is ignorant, intimidated, and easy to push around. And the second someone calmly says, "Show me the paperwork," suddenly everybody gets real uncomfortable. The first interaction is especially wild because it involves children, an open investigation, and officials trying to pressure someone into letting them in without a court order. And if you know anything about constitutional rights, you already know how dangerous that is. Because the moment you allow it, just this once, you set the precedent for them to do it whenever they want. Then the second interaction is a completely different kind of mess. We've got an investigative stop, repeated questions, a driver who doesn't want to talk, and officers slowly escalating the situation just because they're not getting the compliance they feel entitled to. And trust me, there's a moment later where the mask slips, and the threats come out loud and clear. So buckle up, because this video has everything: intimidation, ego, manipulation, and one or two people who actually stay calm and professional while everyone else spirals. And the big question is simple: are these officers enforcing the law, or enforcing obedience?
He's not living here anymore, so it has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
And last time she was here, I was threatened with arrest because I took him to Taco Bell, which is bullshit.
Nate, shut the door. Okay, I'm gonna turn the damn lights so she can't help herself. You want these lights? You want them? Do you want them? Okay. Woo! Yeah. Guess you'd rather do that noise, huh? Rather do that noise?
This first interaction is a textbook example of how pressure tactics work. Notice what they're doing. They're not actually presenting any legal authority, they're presenting fear. They're going to take the kids. You don't want that. Just cooperate. That's not law. That's emotional blackmail. And the man's response is the exact response more people need to learn. If you have legal authority, show it. If you don't have legal authority, you don't get access. And the scary part is the way they keep repeating open investigation like it's a magic phrase that overrides the Constitution. It doesn't. If you want to enter someone's home, you need consent, exigent circumstances, or a court order. Period. And when he says, "My ex-wife is under investigation, not me," he's pointing out a critical detail. Guilt by association is not how rights work in this country. This is where viewers should ask themselves, if you were in his position, would you stay calm, or would you get pressured into letting them in just to avoid conflict?
Could you roll this back one down for me? The tent? Sir?
Yep.
Could you roll this back window down for me? Because the tent? The back one, I can't see through it. I don't know if anybody's sitting in the back, that's it. Just roll the back window down for me real quick. Is there anybody in the back of your car? I can't see through it. I don't really feel comfortable walking past it. Is there anyone in the back of your car, sir? Sir? It's just a yes or no. Is there anyone in the back of your car? I see your hands. You're good. I'm not worried about it. I just can't see through your window. That's it. Because the tent's too dark. What's going on, man? Is there anyone in the back of your car? Is there anyone in the back of your car? I'm actually, the only reason for the stop, it's an investigative stop, just dodged me 3 times. I was traveling behind you on 85, and you pulled off in front of me, and as soon as I was behind you, you turn off, and then get immediately behind me, and we go all the way down to the BP there. You pull off in the BP, as soon as I'm behind you, turn around, come back northbound, go 314, and then you dodge me another time. So that's the only reason to stop. You got your license on you? Is there any reason why you were driving in that maneuver or in that way? Or I see your hands.
Now here's where the language shifts, and this is important. The worker says, regardless, I still have to check health and safety. That sounds reasonable on the surface, right? But this is the exact phrase government agencies often use to make it seem like your rights don't apply. Because who's going to argue against health and safety when children are involved? But notice what happens when he stays firm. She immediately mentions filing the 30-day and going in front of a judge. And that right there is the correct process. That's how it's supposed to work. If the state believes the children are victims and there's an open protective services case, they don't get to just freestyle their way into someone's house because they feel like it. They go to court, present evidence, and a judge decides. This moment also exposes something else. If she truly had the authority to enter right then, she wouldn't be talking about going to court later. She'd already have the paperwork. So what we're watching is the system trying to test how much resistance they'll face before doing things the legal way.
Was there any reason you were driving in that way, sir? 12:45, copy at 27. You're good, man. It's just an investigatory stop. We're allowed to do that. Articulable reasonable suspicion. 056-214-433. Repeating 056-214-433. I assume you're the registered owner of the vehicle. Do you just not like being around police? Is that, I mean, that's pretty valid. I mean,
29 is valid. Charles McGregor out of Columbus.
Is that your current address, Columbus? Oh no. Are you from Columbus or Morrow? Sir? You alright, man? Oh, you can talk. Dude, you're not in no trouble, man. You're good. You can talk to me. I see you got your hands out. You're good, bro. I'm just trying to get information from you. Everything's good on his license. Everything's good on the vehicle. I just couldn't get past the back window. He didn't want to roll down because I couldn't see the tent. There's nobody in there, I don't think. But that's the only reason for the stop. Is that the way you were driving multiple times. So that's all I was trying to figure out. Why you were driving in that.
Alright, now we jump into a completely different interaction, and this one is classic. The officer starts with what sounds like a safety request: roll the back window down because I can't see. And let's be honest, as a human being, you can understand why an officer might not love walking past a car with dark tint. But the problem is how quickly it turns into repeated demands and escalating pressure. Because the driver isn't being aggressive. He's not threatening. He's just not answering. And the officer keeps hammering the same question like the driver owes him a conversation. Then we get the explanation: you dodged me 3 times. That is one of the most subjective reasons to stop someone, because what does dodging even mean legally? Did he violate a traffic law? Was there a specific infraction? Or did he just hurt the officer's ego by not driving the way the officer wanted? And the moment the officer says, "This is an investigative stop, we're allowed to do that," that's the real theme of this whole video. Not, "We have evidence." Not, "You committed a crime." Just, "We're allowed to stop you because we feel like it."
Hey, how's it going? Come with Georgia with Fayetteville, man. Is everything okay? You have his ID?
Yeah. There you go. You're good. It's just here. Here. I'll sit it there. All right. You see it? It's right there. You're good to go. All right. Good talking to you. Have a good day. You're good.
I mean,
I feel threatened. Now you're being recorded.
Well, I don't know why you're being threatened. And guess what? You're being recorded too on Bodycam. Bodycam.
You're lucky he hadn't been recorded from the get-go.
It has been recorded from the get-go.
He's been the only man that's been doing his job.
It has been recorded from the get-go. So if you like to argue about it, I don't care.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not doing anything. It's gonna be on you.
I know you ain't gonna do nothing.
So as soon as they take their truck, you're on your own.
He's not being reasonable, and neither is the other gentleman. And now they're being recorded.
I couldn't hear you.
I said he is not being reasonable.
This part is fascinating because it shows how uncomfortable some officers get when a citizen simply doesn't participate. The driver isn't yelling. He isn't resisting. He isn't running. He's literally just quiet. And yet, the officer keeps trying to pull him into conversation. Do you just not like being around police? You can talk, dude. You're not in trouble. And here's the irony: if you're truly not in trouble, then why are you being questioned like a suspect? The officer is fishing. He wants a story. He wants a reason. He wants something he can write down that justifies the stop. And when he doesn't get it, you can hear the tone shift into mild frustration. Then he says the quiet part out loud: everything is good on his license. Meaning, there's no actual issue. So the stop becomes less about safety and more about the officer wanting validation. That's why the repeated "you're good, man" lines feel so performative. It's like he's trying to convince the driver, and himself, that this wasn't a pointless stop. And the driver's silence is honestly the most powerful thing in the entire exchange.
And neither is the other gentleman.
Who's the other gentleman?
The officer that just came over and told you that y'all are about to get sued, man.
Okay, so how can we get rid of this situation and make it better? What do we need to do?
I need to be able to get my things out of this truck comfortably.
Okay, can I help you?
No.
Why?
Why would you?
Okay.
Why would you want to? Just to see what I got in my truck?
No, I don't care what you have in your truck.
Well, then you don't need to help me.
All right, then.
I know y'all are
you
investigating. You don't need to investigate me.
We're not investigating anything.
You don't have no reason to investigate me. You should be investigating that company instead of harassing me, like this man did from the get-go. Why did you harass me from the get-go for my ID when you don't have any probable cause to ask me for my ID?
So, hold on here. Don't be a street lawyer. We don't need probable cause.
I'm not a street lawyer. I'm just lawfully inclined, my man.
Okay, we got called here, right?
By retards.
Okay, I understand. Whatever you think of them. We don't need probable cause to ask for your ID, okay? We're investigating a situation.
You do need probable cause to ask me for ID.
Okay, so here's what I can tell you. If you don't give us your ID, and if we keep asking, then we can arrest you. Do you want to be arrested, or do you want to
be
go
sued?
about your day?
You want to be sued?
Sure, I don't care. I'm just telling you what can happen.
You and that other gentleman are going to lose your job. He'll be the only man that keeps his job.
We don't want to do that. So why don't you just get your shit and go?
I'm trying.
Nobody's stopping you.
Leave me alone.
Nobody's stopping you.
You have the keys to the truck.
He's stopping me. He's at, look, you see what he's saying?
You have the keys to the truck.
I got my keys.
Okay, are these the keys? Before you go in there.
Please park.
Before you go in there. Where are the keys?
Now this is where things get messy, because suddenly someone says, I feel threatened now. And it's almost laughable, because the entire public has watched officers intimidate citizens for decades. But the moment the citizen records them, suddenly the officer becomes the victim. And what makes it worse is the argument about who's recording who. Because the citizen points out something extremely important, body cameras exist for accountability. If you're doing your job correctly, recording should protect you, not scare you. But when an officer gets angry about being recorded, it raises one obvious question: what exactly were you planning to do that you don't want documented? Then the citizen says, you're lucky he hadn't been recording from the get-go. That's a direct accusation, implying the officer might have been acting differently before the camera was rolling. And whether that's true or not, it's a reminder of why transparency matters. This moment isn't about feelings. It's about power. Recording takes power away from intimidation, and that's why some officers hate it.
Right here.
Okay. We need to hand them back to you.
After I get my things out of the truck.
Right?
After I get my things out of the truck.
Okay. So we will find out from them. They may want the keys.
Stop trying to be smart, man. Stop trying to be smart. You ain't smart. Y'all just need to get out of my way. Let me get my things. Roll it on the street like you're asking me to do.
You're not going to go down the street. You're not going to do this right.
Y'all see what he's saying?
How much stuff do you have in the car?
A lot.
Traveling stuff, blankets, pillows,
I got everything in that truck, man. My life.
Okay. In the back too, or just in the front? Like, does it have a sleeper in the back?
Yep.
Okay. All he wants back is his truck and his keys.
That's fine. I'm just trying to get my stuff out now.
Okay.
Like it seems like y'all are threatening me, man.
Nobody's threatening you. How can we do this peacefully where you can get your stuff?
Move and let me get my stuff out of the truck.
Okay, the only reason why we're not going to just allow you to go in by yourself is we don't know what's in there.
That's
I'm not going to.
That's not going to work, man.
Okay, I'm telling you what's going to work.
You got to call. You got to call somebody else. You got to call your superior here.
Right here. We're going to.
Okay. He's harassed me from the get-go, asking me for my ID when he has no problem.